All right, guys, welcome in, welcome in. FlyOrDie Live 2026 8-ball knockout. We're back again. It's been a few weeks. It's just taken a little while to get things sorted. I was away on holiday, and then obviously trying to get everyone's schedule to line up is sometimes difficult. But here we are, we're back, and this is the final. I don't know about you guys, but I am absolutely pumped for this one. This is going to be a really, really good match, I have a feeling. Let's just have a look at the brackets just to find out again how we got to this position. So obviously we've got Fantastical Noob versus Shadow in a race to 7 for the FlyOrDie Live 2026 8-ball knockout final, which will be taking place in about 1 minute from now. Let's just have a very quick look at the stats between these two players. So as you can see, Fantastical Noob and Shadow, these are just some rough stats. I know that Shadow has a few different accounts, so you have to take these stats with a little bit of a pinch of salt, but let's just have a quick look at them. Fantastical Noob, 769 rated. Shadow, 1128 rated. He is actually currently, I think, the second ranked player in FlyOrDie right now. Now, obviously, Fantastical Noob has been rated over 1,000 before. That is for sure, and both players have played a hell of a lot of FlyOrDie. That is definitely for sure. So I think what we'll do is we'll get straight into this match. I'm literally going to go over and tell the guys to get ready. Let's just go and do that. Again, this is a race to 7. So as soon as the guys start the match, we will jump over and watch. So hopefully the match will start any moment. Let me know in private what your predictions are for this match. Let me know just by pinging me a little message either on the YouTube chat or in FlyOrDie itself. We are live, guys. This is it. So we have Fantastical Noob has just broken off as far as I'm aware. And this is a race to 7. This is going to be a very, very interesting match. That is definitely for sure. Good luck to both players. This is going to be a really hard one to call. I'm not sure if I can come up with a winner myself. I will say that Fantastical Noob has played unbelievably well and has breezed through all of his opening games. And I suppose it's fair to say that Shadow's done the same. So again, this one is going to be a very, very long and interesting match to see who comes out on top. Just looking at the overview here, Shadow has gone for stripes. And you can see there's a little bit of congestion at the bottom of the table, as usually is in FlyOrDie. So let's see if Shadow can navigate these balls and run out from here. He'll be doing well to do so. He needs to do something with this layout at the moment, and he's managed to open up things quite nicely there. And these two balls at the bottom of the table, the 13 and the 10, will pot, as will the 9, and you can see there that the 8-ball will pot into the corner pocket. So actually he's got a really good chance here of going 1-up in this opening frame of the 2026 8-ball knockout final. And what a big important frame that would be, you would imagine, getting the first one on the board. So he's a 10 and an 8 away from this. He's got a decent enough angle just to stun across and play the 8 in the corner pocket, and this looks to be a 1-0 head start. Literally, before you could even say the words FlyOrDie, we are 1-0 up. And there we have it. Shadow is 1-0 up in this match. This game does go quickly a lot of the time, as you can see. Literally not even a minute has passed and we're already 1 frame down. And it's Shadow back at the table. He's gone for stripes again. Can he navigate these balls and pull 2-0 ahead? That would certainly be a statement. And he's managed the combination shot, 12 off the 13 to keep the run going. Let's just have a look at the table. Well, the 15 and the 9 are a little bit hampered But let's just have a look. He's potted that 11 into the corner. I think the 15 will go, but he'll probably choose to move them here off this 10. He hasn't done, so he must feel that the 15 does go. Just a little delicate shot. He's played that really well. He's on the 9, and you know what? This is going to be 2-0 to Shadow. I feel, because he is literally 2 very basic shots away, and he's played that well, and he's got a black that nobody would ever miss into the corner pocket for a 2-0 head start. What about that? I'm sure nobody was expecting a 2-0 head start in the first 2 minutes. But there we go. So Shadow with the break off, and he's actually managed to pot a ball off the break. Is he going to be able to make it 3-0? This would be... I'm sure you'd all agree that this would be an absolute crazy way to start the match. And he's actually opted to go for the solids this time. Let's see how they're sitting. Not too bad, to be honest. Oh, he's missed a routine 3 to the corner. Maybe just a little bit of adrenaline, because he wouldn't normally miss that shot. That is for sure. So he's passed control back to Fantastical Noob here, who's gone for the... He's obviously on the stripes. And just looking at the overview here, everything pots. So there's a good chance, if Noob holds his nerves, that he's going to be able to pull one back here. He really needs to. He doesn't want to be going 3-0 down on a race to 7. So what has he got here? He's going to follow this 14 through for the 13 into the middle. He's done that nicely. He's going to follow this in, play the 15, and he's going to have this 8-ball into this left corner pocket, I would imagine. And that's exactly what he's done. And guys, we have played 3 frames of pool in what seems like 3 minutes. So if the rest of the game goes at this speed, we're going to be done before you know it. There we have it, 2-1. Fantastical Noob pulling one back in the final. That's what we like to see. We don't want to see somebody run away with it. We want it to be close to make it exciting. So Shadow back at the table here. He's got a chance to get another one on the board. He's gone for the stripes. Let's see how the balls are sitting here. They don't look too bad. If he can get this opening ball, he's actually opted for the double. That's a great shot to play that into the middle pocket to keep this run going. He's got this 13 into the corner, and then he'll probably play, I would say, the combination shot. Well, actually, the combination shot isn't made, but it's still doable. And he's just about got it. Now, where is he now? Is he actually okay? Not sure. Yeah, he's just had to lay up there. He's played a really nice... Let's just have another look at that little double into the middle to keep that run going. He's potted it, but unfortunately came up dry with position, and he's given control back over to Fantastical Noob, and he is in the driving seat now to bring this back to 2-2. That's what everyone wants to see, and looking at the way the table is, you would expect him to clear up from here. He's got 3 balls and the black to go 2-2. Now he's just ran on a little bit further than he would have liked to there. He's left himself with a tricky 7 into the corner, but he's got it. The only problem is, as you can see, he's bumped into the 1, and where does this 1 go? He's going to try and double it into the bottom corner, and whilst that was a great effort, it isn't there, and he'll be really kicking himself after that one, because that was a routine run out, you would say, for Fantastical Noob, and he's just ended up missing the double. Can you believe it? Oh, I just thought for a second there that Shadow would have accidentally snookered himself behind the 10, but he's okay. He can just stun across and play this 10 into the same pocket as the black, or he can he's probably going to do that, I would say. Yep, he's going to do that. He's got this 10 into the corner, and he's going to follow it up with the 8-ball. And that's going to give him a 3-1 lead in this race to 7 final. And there you go. 4th frame is done, and we are on frame 5. And Noob will really be hurting there after that one. I think if you give him that run out 10 times, he would complete it 10 times. But listen, it's a final of a pretty big tournament here, so anything can happen. All right, so we have Shadow at the table, and he's elected to go for the spots this time, for the solids. He's got this 6 to the middle. Everything else looks to be potable. I'll tell you what, normally with FlyOrDie, you do have to move a lot of the balls after the break because it does get quite congested near the bottom of the table, but just the way these have worked out, these frames, the balls seem to have split rather open, and that has left things rather easier for the guys to actually run. He's got a ball down, that's a good start. Is he going to be able to run out? Now things aren't as obvious this time. Black's near the corner pocket, that's never good. So which way is he going to go about this? I mean, there's no obvious opening shot here. I mean, obviously he's got an open table. He's decided to go stripes. The black is in a really bad situation here for stripes. You can see the 2 just about goes past the black. But and I has to be careful. He doesn't want to pot the black prematurely and give a frame over to Shadow for free. Not when he's 4-1 down. Let's just have a quick look at the overview. He's going to have to... Right, yep. He's literally taken out that ball. I think that's a wise decision. So now he's just taken a little bit of control over that corner pocket, and he's given the control back to Shadow. Now, can Shadow pot these 4 balls and somehow get on the black? Well, do you know what? He's missed that shot, and he almost potted the black into the corner pocket. That would have been a good one for Noob. He would have enjoyed that. Luckily for Shadow, it didn't drop. And Noob is back at the table. Question is, can he pot these remaining 4 balls? Black is sitting over the pocket, nothing to do there. Just needs to be careful about his positional play. Now that isn't fantastic. Doesn't look like he can pot this 10. The 9's in the way, which means he's going to have to go for this slightly more awkward 12. And it's there, but you can see positionally wise, he didn't want to hit that 5. It's held the white up at the top of the table. And now you can see this is a difficult shot. Where does he go from here? Is he going to try and play safe? I mean, there's nothing obvious. Or is he going to try and play some sort of combination shot? There's no obvious double. The only thing I can see is maybe well, actually, has he played the... Maybe he's played the 3 cushion double there into the bottom corner, but obviously hasn't made it. That was a bit ambitious. Now, Shadow has this 1 to the middle, which is pretty straightforward. Although I was literally about to say, needs to be careful. The middle pockets are tight in FlyOrDie, and wouldn't you know, he's missed it. Fantastical Noob getting a lifeline here, which he really truly does need. Is he just going to backspin off the cushion here for the 10 in the corner? He has done. And he's missed it. I don't believe it. He's going to be absolutely kicking himself there, guys. That was almost in millimeters from going into the pocket. And Shadow's missed. What are we watching? This is absolute craziness. A little bit of nerves from both players. I mean, you could literally give either player those shots 100 times and they would pot them, I would say, probably 100 times. But in a match scenario, things are not that easy. And Fantastical Noob will get the black for a 4-2, which he absolutely desperately needed. Let's just have a look at that. How did Shadow miss that? He will be kicking himself, I'll tell you that for free. But here we are. We're back at the table with Shadow, and he's managed to pot a stripe. Let's see what way this match is going to unfold. It's certainly been a very interesting one so far. Is he going to play this 9 off the 2 here? He is, and he's potted it. That's a great shot. Now, he's got, actually, all of these 4 balls are pottable, as is the black, so there's a good chance from here. If he can hold his nerve and just not do anything too crazy, this could be another frame on the board for Shadow, and then he would be only 2 frames away from winning this final. For anyone who doesn't know, the prize for this match and winning the final is a 1-year subscription to FlyOrDie. And that wiped its fate. That was almost not there, but it is. Is he just gonna, he's probably just gonna screw back from this 13. He's played that nicely. And the black will go into this, into both corner pockets. Sure, he would have liked to have taken that again. He's just not hit that hard enough. But it's there, and that's a very good shot by Shadow to conclude that frame by potting that black after a little bit of a loose positional shot. And he goes 5-2 up in this final with Noob, a mountain to climb, you could say. He's going to have to get some frames on the board soon, you would imagine. He doesn't want to go 6-2 behind with Shadow only needing 1 frame. That's what he absolutely doesn't want to do. He's at the table now. He's got control. He needs to make sure he doesn't give control back to Shadow. And he has a little bit of work to do. You can see the balls clumped together. He's going to have to move these shortly. And he has done there. And I'll tell you what, he almost went in off. That's a little bit of sigh of relief there, I would imagine. And he continues this run for now. And that 5 has just been moved into a position that is blocking the 9. And he's got, you can see there, he's a little bit frustrated from that 5 blocking the 9 into the corner. And he's just whacked at it and it's not gone in. So Shadow has a run out here to go 6-2 up. And I think he would like to play that shot again. Does he have enough angle on this 5? Don't think so. Maybe he just has enough angle if he adds a little bit of side to pot this. I think he does. I think he does just about. Now, just the problem is where this white's going to go. He's not going to have too much control over it. Can he just pot this and maybe land on this 7? He has done. He's used the 15 to his advantage, putting him nicely on this 7 ball. Will he even take it? He might actually take this 2. Because it's in a good angle to open up the other 2 balls here. So you might actually choose to go for this 2 ball and release the 1 and the 3. That's exactly what he's done. I think that was the better decision. And you can see both balls do now pot, as does the black. So he needs to pot 3 balls and the black to go 6-2 up with 1 frame left. And you would imagine if he does that, and I tell you what, he's not played that well. There's a little bit of nerves for sure here. He had plenty of space to avoid that 3, but he's gone into it. Can he pull something off here? And he has done, and that's a fantastic shot into the middle. He's landed perfectly on the 7, and he's going to float down the table and play this black for a 6-2 lead in this race to 7, and I cannot believe what I'm seeing. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. He has missed a rudimentary 7, and he's actually snookered himself on the black. So look, it just shows you that it doesn't matter the skill level, but when you're in this environment, anything can happen. And I tell you, Fantastical Noob in a million years would not have believed to be back at the table. And he is, and he's going to make this 5-3, and that is a very, very big upset for Shadow. He really should have been 6-2 up in this game, especially after that lovely, look at that 3 to the middle that he played. He's played a beautiful 3 to the middle, and he's just missed that 7. And I tell you, he would have potted that 10 times out of 10, you would imagine. But here we are, it's 5-3, and the match is back on. That is for sure. Looking at the table here, Shadow is in control, and he's decided to do a combo and pot this 9 for stripes. Now let's have a look at what he's got. He does have a shot here into the middle. It's a tight one, and as we know, those middle pockets are definitely not a gimme. And as you can see, literally on cue, he has missed it and given control back to Fantastical Noob. Those middle pockets definitely are a little tighter than what you would expect them to be in real life, I would imagine. My local table at the club near me does not have tables that tight, that is for sure. Okay, so Fantastical Noob here has a little bit of easy 1, 2, 3, you would say. He's got the 4 into the corner. He's going to play the 3 into the opposite corner. And then he's got this black down the rail. He would have liked to have put a little bit more power into that. He's a little bit hampered on the black, which means he's not going to be able to get the spin he needs to come up the table for it. And he's just been able to add a little bit of side, and that's actually brought him up. And there we have it. So literally from going from the possibility of a 6-2 head start for Shadow needing 1 frame to win, now to being 5-4. What an exciting game this has turned out to be. It could be anyone's game now, that's for sure. So Shadow now at the table. Is he going to be able to get one back and get his 6th frame won? We will find out soon. He's just electing to play a little containing safety as nothing was on. He's not left anything easy. Well, he's left this 13 into the middle pocket. And let's see. Yep, it's there. Now, Noob has elected to play a little containing safety for himself. And he's forced Shadow to play another one back. And can he see this 14 ball? It looks like he can. And it hasn't dropped, but he's covered the pockets and he's not left anything on, which is the main thing. And this is just a little bit of a tactical exchange. Just while we're in the tactical exchange here, I thought I'd mention that one of the users, Irish, had a really funny idea that instead of calling the balls as numbers, I should call out the balls as they are ranks in the game. And whilst that was an extremely interesting and funny idea, I think that I would be tongue twisted a little bit trying to remember what balls relate to which rank. I know that the number 1 is Steve Davis, which is obviously going to be played here. So Shadow is taking on the Steve Davis at the moment. Let's see if he pots it. And then number 2 is the Pool Guru, I think, from memory. I think 3 is Champion. I mean, my memory isn't the greatest, but I do think trying to do that for the entire match would be a little challenging. So where is he going to put this? Obviously, you could see there that Noob didn't manage to hit a rail in that tactical exchange, given the cue ball in hand to Shadow. And he really wanted to make sure he put it in an area where he's going to release as many balls as possible. Only issue here, really, in this run out is this 11 ball that's blocking this corner pocket. He actually tried to remove it there. He's kind of done the next best thing, and he's taken the one away from that pocket. And so he has given himself a chance to run out from here. The 6 ball goes up on into this far corner pocket. And is he just going to spin back and play the 5, or is he going to... He's got plenty of options here. He's going to just run through a little bit. So he's got this 5 to the corner pocket, and then he's got choice of either the 1 or the 7. I think he'll be playing the 7 now, coming down the table. Anywhere in the middle of the table is fine. That will do. Just needs to be careful here. He doesn't want to be snookered by this 10 ball. Yeah, and that's the right way to do it. You don't want to move the white too much and risk that ball being snookered behind the 10. And that's a great shot on the 8. And folks, we are 6-4 in this match. Paul Hunter, he's just reminding me of the ranks. So I was correct. Steve Davis, Pool Guru, champion is 1, 2, 3. 4 is pro and 5 is veteran. So there you go. So can Fantastical Noob get another frame back? He really obviously needs to win every frame from now, or else Shadow will become the final winner and the champion of Q1 2026. Luckily for him, he's potted a ball and he's on the stripes. Can he run out from here? Well, I tell you, they're not actually badly placed. Is he going to play the combination here? 12 to 10. He has done. And he's still okay. He's got this 15 and he's got the 13. He's optioned to play that 13 ball. And he just needs to be careful here because this 12 is a little bit awkward. And he just needs to make sure he doesn't roll behind this 5. And he hasn't done. Good news for him is there's no positional play that needs to be done with this ball. He can just roll up and play this 8 into the corner pocket or stun up like he just did there, and he will go into frame 12 only 1 behind, so he needs to win another 2 frames if he's going to win this final. So we're at 6-5 here. Fantastical Noob on the table as we speak. Can he get another one? Imagine if it goes to 6-6. I mean, how exciting would that be? Then you could really not call it. I definitely wouldn't be able to call it if it went 6-6. That's for sure. Now he's just came up a little bit awkward there after that last pot, and he's got this 5 to the middle, which is a tight cut. Yeah, you can see there he's just missed it by a couple of millimeters and it's hit that jaw. Shadow is going to have a chance here at running these out and becoming the champion. Flirting with the middle pocket. Didn't go in off. And how has he left himself here? Well, he's got the 12. The other balls do pot. As you can see, 11 and the 12 do pot. Really, the only difficult balls are the 9 and the 14 ball. He might choose to move it here off the 12. He can move the 9 and the 14 off this 12 ball. And if all goes south, he's always going to be on this 11. And you know what? Those have been opened up perfectly. So he's actually got a choice now. He can play this 9, then the 14, then the 11, and then play the black into the middle. Is he going to go about it that way? It looks like he is. And this, folks, is going to be for the final champion. If he pots these 3 balls, he's got a 14 to the middle. He's got an 11 to the corner. And he's got a black ball to what I would imagine the middle. And he's just landed okay. Guys, this is going to be for the 2026 8-ball knockout winner. Is it there? It's not. Can you believe it? I would never have imagined that ball not dropping in that scenario. There's more pool to be played. Can you believe it? This could be going to a 6-6 decider. And I tell you what, that might go on to haunt Shadow, that black into the middle ball. At the middle pocket. So he's got this for the match. Is he going to be able to bank this, or sorry, kick this white off the cushion and pot the black? That would be some shot. And he's missed it. He's missed it completely, which is definitely not what he wanted to do, because he's given ball in hand to Fantastical Noob. And you would imagine from here, it's going to end up 6-6. We all wanted to end up 6-6. Let's see what happens. So Noob electing to pot the 6. He's got this 7 down to the bottom corner, which is going to have him nicely on this 4. And then he's got this 5. Which way is he going to just hop this in, come back down the table, which he's done. And he can just leave himself after potting this 5. He can put the white anywhere in the middle, and then this black ball into the middle pocket. And he's actually gone a little bit further, which is absolutely fine. As you can see, this ball goes into the corner now. And this ball is going to leave us with a 6-6 in this match. Can you believe it? Folks, we have a deciding frame. That's what we all wanted to see. And Shadow has scratched in off from the break, which has given ball in hand to Fantastical Noob. And the balls are actually reasonably spread, which means Fantastical Noob is definitely going to have the upper hand in this match for the last frame. Can he just hold his nerve? Is there a run out available? That's what we'll all find out very soon. Does this 11 ball go into the middle? I think it does. He's definitely going to have a little bit of work to do if he's going to run out from here and win this. That hasn't gone to plan. He was kind of relying on a little bit of luck there, and it hasn't really worked out. Is he going to have to lay up? I don't see anything obvious. Let's just have a little look at the overview here. As you can see, there's nothing obvious, which means you would feel that Shadow is going to get a go, and he is going to get a go. Question is, how good of a go is he going to get? Not much, so he's elected just to play safe, which is definitely, I think, the reasonable thing to do. As has Noob, he's done the same. Now, does Shadow have a shot? He's got the 6, but again, just decided to lay up, which you would imagine one frame away for both parties to win this. I think both choosing the safe route isn't a bad idea. So Shadow now has nothing still on, so he's decided to go for the 3 in the middle, and I tell you, that's a great shot. He's picked that out of nowhere. Let's have a look at that one again. He's managed to pick out this 3 to the middle pocket, and that is really nicely played, just as you can see, going past the black and in. Although did elect after that shot to play safe, and now Noob is snookered, as you can see. Is he actually snookered? Well, he's not technically snookered, but he's choosing to go in off cushion to contact the 14 ball. And this is an absolute barnstormer of a match. I can't believe it's actually got to a final frame shootout. Shadow playing a great shot there. 5 into the middle pocket, coming back down the table, opening all the balls up. And this, folks, looks like there is a pretty decent chance of running out from here. There's not a lot he needs to do. Can he just hold his nerve and make sure of every single shot? We have 4 balls plus the black to win this for Shadow. Shadow is only 17 years of age. This would certainly be a statement win for him. And where has he landed there? He's okay. He's landed okay on this 7. He can just drift down the table. He doesn't want to overhit this. He hasn't done. He's played that well. How's the white? Where's the white? He's not hit that hard enough, and the 8-ball is in a really difficult position here for Shadow. He's got this cut into the middle. Is he going to cut it into the middle? He is going to cut it into the middle, and it's there. Can you believe it? What a shot by Shadow. Congratulations. That was an absolutely fantastic match. Again, congratulations to Shadow. He has won this match 7-6 in this 2026 Q1 8-ball knockout. He will receive a year's supply of FlyOrDie. And what a, well, I'm just kind of lost for words. That was, I'm sure you'll all agree, one of the best matches we've had, and what a time to have it at the final. So just wanted to say massive thanks to everyone for tuning in, for supporting the channel, for watching the matches, for subscribing to the YouTube, for checking out the website, all that good stuff. Thanks a million for the support. Means a lot. So let's just, well, firstly, congratulations, Shadow, for winning Q1 2026. Let's now look at Q2 2026. So I've had a lot of people ask me when the next tournament is going to be. Well, now you know, Q2 2026 will be starting in April. So definitely look out for the registration page going live soon. It should be going live in the next couple of weeks. So do keep your eyes peeled for that. We may do actually a little bit of a larger tournament this time. So obviously Q1 was a 16-man knockout. Q2 may be a 32-man knockout. It just depends how many players we get registered into that tournament. So obviously, again, registration is totally free. Anyone can join. For the first tournament, we limited it to players over 500 rating. And that was just because we wanted the first one to be a little smaller, a little bit easier to manage, and obviously showcase, you know, the top players. This next one is going to be a little looser in terms of what rating you need to have. So there is a good chance that you're going to be able to play this next tournament. All of the details will be coming out very shortly, so do keep an eye on all of the relevant channels. And I just wanted to say, for the last time, congratulations. Both players played absolutely excellently there, as I'm sure you would all agree. And let's just give it up for Shadow one more time, and I will see you all at the next tournament. See you later.